Greetings, citizens of Naboo, and thank you for electing Palpatine to the Galactic Senate. I believe in my new role as Galactic Emperor. I shall find wonderful ways to treat the people and Gungans of Naboo. Trust me. But today we're playing Lego Star Wars Battles, and your Star Wars dad NOOCH is going to show you how to beat Geonosis using only units available up and through and including Geonosis. But first, perhaps last time you heard, of course, Darth Maul has a brother, Savage Opress, and I told you about one of his sisters previously, but did you know they had yet another sister? This sister liked to play around in the grease and grime, and when you throw something away, she'd pull it out and play with it and make it a toy and make it a plaything. And you know her name? Garbage Opress. And yes, I've got like 6 more sisters to go through, so you have that to look forward to. Well, hello there, it's NOOCH, and today I wanted to show you how to beat Geonosis. If you look here, I've got the planet pulled up. Well, I don't have planet pulled up. I had it pulled up a second ago. There's Geonosis. So I'm going to show you how to beat Geonosis, how to get through it. Get your, I guess you'd be at 1,500 trophies at this with only units in Jakku and and Endor and Geonosis. I'll show you the deck here in a second, but trying to help you guys as you begin your journey through LEGO Star Wars Battles to find decks and strategies that can help you advance through the planet. So today we're on Geonosis, and here are the decks that we're using. These are all cards you'll have available once you get to Geonosis. I'm not saying you're going to have them all unlocked immediately, but they'll all be available to you. So on the light side, we're using Yoda and Booma Balls. It's really cool because now you have Booma Balls and Seismic Charge both available, and they're such big cards in the game, they turn everything around for you. The Ewok Glider, the Y-Wing Bomber, Porgs and Ewoks, Moroff, who's a new character, and the Tauntaun. Then, of course, the 2 traditional towers. We haven't gotten to the good towers yet. On the dark side, we got Boba Fett, the Sniper, IG-88, 2 Stormtroopers, the TIE Bomber, Flamer, the Battle Droids, the Imperial Dropship, and the Seismic Charge. So, as you can see, I am absolutely using... Why does this keep flipping to Naboo? Okay, so I'm absolutely using every unit, all 4 units that are available in Geonosis, which is Moroff and the Dropship and the Booma Balls and IG-88. I'm using all of those units in these battles. So let's get back. I want to show you 4 battles here, and they've all kind of got a little bit different theme to them, a little different feel, some interesting strategies and good thoughts for you. So the first one here is against Fami, and you can see he's going in with Luke, Booma Balls, Commando. He's got more of the cycle deck, the traditional cycle, where he's got BB-8, the 3 Porgs, and R2. He can just cycle through those to get back to the Tauntaun, basically, is what he's looking to do. So let's watch this battle and kind of see how old NOOCH put it together to help you guys as you're fighting out there. I tried a few different things. I tried rear towers, I tried middle towers. I just really played around with it with this deck to see what I could do. So what is NOOCH going to do first? So I don't start off with a great start. Like, I can't be aggressive with this, so I just drop the battle droids. And of course, he brings out the Flamer. That's just going to wipe out my battle droids right off the bat. So I put up 2 defensive towers. We're going to try this. We're going to try 2 defensive towers. Immediately, he's pressuring with the Tauntaun. And as we stated earlier in the video, and when you saw his deck, he's just going to keep cycling back to the Flame Trooper and the Tauntaun. Those are his go-tos. And Luke. Everything else is just there to kind of cycle. Now look what the Sniper's doing here. The Sniper's actually attacking the 2 Commandos as they come in, but I still lost both towers. So built 2 towers, lost 2 towers. There's that Seismic Charge coming in and saving my Sniper so he can almost kill the Particle Beam. Didn't quite. Now the Dropship comes in, and those Dropship troops are going to try to kill the Particle Beam, and they're not going to do it either. But this is a really bad start, folks. So I put up another tower with all I have remaining. Fortunately, with my Dropship, he responded by putting the Rebel Commandos in there. That was really helpful. Now, here's interesting for you. This is the way to combat a super aggressive, hyper aggressive opponent. As soon as he was able, he dropped a Particle Beam in my end. And I had Battle Droids, dropped them right on top of it. A battalion of Battle Droids will take out a Particle Beam if they're unobscured. If nothing else comes into fight, if it's just the battle droids against just a particle beam dropped on it like that, they will take it out. So there you go. Hopefully it helps you a little bit there. I'm still going in trying to chip away at that middle tower. I really want to get rid of it because it's causing problems. And here comes the sniper to take it out. All right. Now the sniper's advancing. We got the flamer coming. I'm able to seismic charge the flamer again so my sniper can get out there and do business. But here comes BB-8. That's a real problem. The dropship on defense. I actually bring in the dropship to take out BB-8, and the sniper was almost loaded up, so he immediately took out the flamer. And now we're going to town on his other particle beam, and I put a third tower up right in the middle. That's two flame towers and a turbo laser. I was really trying out the flame towers here to see how it worked. Here you see again the battle droids against the particle beam. Now we got two stormtroopers against the particle beam. We got that thing way, way down. So even if he removes one of our towers at this point, which kind of seems likely, yeah, there it is, the Tauntaun, boom. I have nothing to combat that. The only thing I really have to combat that are the battle droids and seismic charge, and I had neither one of them available. Now watch this. I actually thought the Tauntaun was going that way when he went that way. So I thought he was going to zig, but he zagged. So I actually wasted a seismic charge there, but was still able to come out on top by playing defense. So there you go, guys. Playing defense with the two towers did work. It was pretty darn messy, but maybe you can draw something away from that. Let's take a look at our second battle here. Waiting for it to load, waiting for it to load. We're going to go and take a look. You can see some losses in here. Again, guys, I'm not using optimal decks. These are not optimal decks for where I am. I'm all the way at the top. I'm in Camino. I can never remember that. Well, I'm in Camino, and these guys all here is going to play against Dark Rambler, a 1-2-1. But you see, he's got BB9, he's got the two battle droids, he's got those cycle cards. Although he's using a bunch of expensive cards, the 4-cost Flamer and the 4-cost IG-8, but he's got particle beams too. So let's see how NOOCH pulls this one out during this battle. Again, each one of these is kind of a different strategy. I just did different things every single time, tried different combos, put some stuff together for you guys so you could learn. So let's go against Dark Rambler. I think he was actually in the chat yesterday when NOOCH did the live stream. So got to know Dark Rambler, and so far NOOCH is waiting. Okay, so he brings Vader on the left. So I launch Yoda on the right. Now this is really interesting. Watch this. Hang on. I need some agua. Watch this combo. Yoda with the Tauntaun. Yoda drops his shield. And now, the Tauntaun and Yoda can't be damaged. I guess they're getting damaged by the tower at this point, right? But they're doing a bunch, so I've got a pretty significant amount of chip damage. I can't do anything about that BB9. But I Booma Ball Darth Vader, so he's out of there. Look, his tower is at 2496, but mine is still at 3330. So I'm kind of eyeing that right now. I'm like, boy, I got his tower down low. Maybe I can do something about that. Or maybe it's just time to settle down a little bit and build some rear towers and you know. So I tried that at the beginning. Yoda with the Tauntaun. It's going to come in again later, I promise. I think that's a really good combo if you can time it right. If you send Yoda and the Tauntaun at the same time and Yoda can shield the Tauntaun, there's something for you right there. The Imperial Dropship and the Ewok Glider are really good defending against snipers. If you're playing against snipers, you know, the bomber is like a 4-for-4 trade. The dropship and the Ewok glider is a 3 energy for 4 energy trade. So you're actually up 1 energy when you make that trade. And a lot of times you've got those guys that keep going, so you have a little bit of an assault still coming at your enemy. I didn't have many options here, so I brought out Moroff. But Moroff is a problem for a turbo laser because, look, he stands outside the range of the turbo laser. And look at the amount of damage he's doing after he gets going. Unfortunately, the sniper takes him out. And we're going to have to deal with that sniper, but NOOCH doesn't, and I lose the tower. I do eventually get my bomber up to target the turbo laser and IG-88. I'm kind of playing on fumes here, like I'm just getting down to my last and spend and spend and spend. Now I'm finally able to save up a little bit here. Looks like we're going into the last 30 seconds, 2 towers to 2 towers. He's dropping deep again. I can't recommend enough against that. I've said it before. Okay, here we're going again with Yoda and the Tauntaun. I'm also kind of saving up Booma Balls to put him in with there, and I should have sent them already. I should have sent those Booma Balls way sooner than that. I was trying to get a little cheeky with it. But it didn't quite work effectively. Although I got that tower down to 291, so now it's within bomber range. I put the glider down there. Now I got to defend a little bit here. I can't just let the BB-8. If the BB-8 got in my tower, then Vader and the Guabian would take care of it. I bombered it. I put the Tauntaun in, so everybody else targets him. There's no chance of them continuing toward my tower. See, that Tauntaun, that's another thing it can do. It can deflect the fire. So I had a Guavian and Darth Vader and the sniper coming on my tower. I don't think they would have made it, but it was possible that they could have come in and killed my tower. But I put the Tauntaun right in the middle of them, and he dropped and started running, and they all faced, and they started firing at the Tauntaun, so they stayed away from my tower. Game over. So there's a strategy for you, Yoda and Tauntaun. I really like that. I'm going to be trying to perfect that over time here. All right, what's next? What is next here? Not Billy. Billy Blood, by the way, is a very good player if you run into him. And he's using just a perfect deck. I like Porgs more than the Rebel Commandos, or I like Tauntaun better Rebel Commandos, but he's using them. But you can see he's got all the cycle. He's got BB-8, the 3 Porgs, those cost 1, R2 costs 2, and he heals up your towers. Then he's got the Ewoks. That's almost a perfect deck right there, and he's a great player, so there's no way I was going to get through that. Here we go against Thavage. Thavage's sister, Garbage. Right? I mean, right? So you see he's got a Durian, BB-8. He's got a pretty good deck. Again, he's got the Particle Beam. I'm playing all these guys with Particle Beams, and in this one I'm going to come out with a max victory for you guys. I'm doing it just for you. This is all about you. This is all about the people out there. And by the way, you know who's in NOOCH's lineup at this point? It's Boba Fett. All right, enough of that. So, what I did there, I sent the Ewok glider up to the front, and dropped a middle tower. We're going with the middle tower this time, and he has given me the perfect opportunity to seismic charge everything that he's got on the board. Not the way to lay down your stuff, folks. Don't put it in a big circle. You have to plan your game around their seismic charge and around their Booma Balls. Wait for them to drop it. Figure out where it is in their cycle. Play your game around it. Don't play your game in. Don't play into the seismic charge. Don't play into Booma Balls. Play around them. Work your deck around them. Try to lure out the seismic charge and Booma Balls so that you can then, if you lure it out, then you've got an advantage. Okay, so now I've got Boba Fett going in, a sniper behind him. He uses the Booma Balls to take out the sniper. That works, and it's only 3 for 4, but he loses a lot of value on the Booma Balls. Now look, I've got the Imperial Dropship. Those guys got targeted quickly and got knocked out. But I tell you what, right now I'm starting to think about. I remember playing this game, I'm thinking, I got his tower at 1171. I have not seen R2D2 yet, so he's not healing his tower back up. And I'm starting to think I may just let that middle tower go and focus on killing his X-Wing. And so I'm still protecting the middle tower, so maybe I'm not quite thinking about it yet. But I did start thinking about it at some point here, and it's probably right here where my tower's going to die anyway. Old NOOCH, just super strategy when my tower's already pretty much going to die. Now I'm looking at it saying 1171. I got the dropship, I got the bomber, I've got the seismic charge. Now I knocked it down to 498 right there, so I took about 600, 700, almost 700 health off of it. Now I'm trying to cycle back to my seismic charge and my bomber. It's a little difficult because I don't have a cycle deck. Everything I've got costs 3 or 4, and if you're playing Geonosis, everything you've got costs 3 or 4 too. So cycling's a little bit harder, but with a little bit of patience. There's a seismic charge. Now it's within bomber range. I also send the dropship, and the dropship is actually going to finish it, guys. Watch this. With the seismic charger, the bomber coming to finish it. I think I actually missed with that bomber when you look back at it, but didn't matter. The thing was dead. If you get that X-Wing or that TIE fighter within range of a few bomber runs, or a couple bomber runs and a seismic charge, or start targeting it. Get those 5 studs, guys. Those crystals are super important. Don't just settle for the 2-1 victory or the 1-0 victory. You know, go for it. Really go for it. Okay, last one of this deck. You can see here, it's my Rebel deck, my light side deck with the weak towers. I'm going against Experiment 626Z. He's got the particle beam and he's got spawners. He's got the battle droid factory. He's coming with BB-8, but I think the Gamorrean is a big mistake in his deck, and I think that he uses it in not a great way either. You'll see here in a second. You've really got to target the Gamorrean against somebody that's launching Porgs against you. He's really effective against Porgs, or use him on offense as a tank. I just generally don't think the Gamorrean is worth the 4 that he costs. So let's take a look here. So I do the same thing again. Ewok glider. I'm thinking dropship. Ewok glider in the middle. Get the middle tower. I was kind of playing with this at this point. He used Boba. That's not a good trade. He should have saved Boba Fett special there. But he's got the sniper, and then that's a really good move. So the flamer comes out and actually tanks for the sniper because it gets in the way. And then look, I got nothing to do here. I could drop some Booma Balls, but that's going to be a waste of 3. It wouldn't be worth spending at that point. I'd actually be behind. So what I did was let those guys go, build a rear tower. He's got a particle beam up. He's bringing his sniper in on me, so I got to do something about it, and I don't really have any good options. So let's go ahead and Booma Ball it. Now there's the difference. See, when I Booma Balled his sniper, remember earlier he Booma Balled my sniper? 2 Booma Balls hit it, and the rest just the other 2 just rolled off into oblivion. I hit him with 2, and then my other 2 went and hit the Gamorrean Guard and the particle beam. Not a huge benefit, like it'd be better to hit the sniper and a bunch of battle droids, but at least I hit more targets than just the sniper. If you get the most targets, if all your Booma Balls hit something, then that's better than only 2 of them hitting something. There you go again, Ewok Glider against the sniper. It's a really great tool for that. It's a 3 energy for me, 4 energy for him trade. Plus, my guys kept marching. They didn't do much to the Gamorrean there, but they kept marching. Okay, look, he's 3 ahead, 2 ahead in energies. He's up by 2 in energy here. So he drops the battle droids, and I counter with the Ewoks. That's just an automatic counter. Then he's going to come with the Guavian. Now, here's I have an advantage. My Ewoks are level 7, so they were able to kill the Guavian. It was a trade there. Now, that was fortunate for me, maybe a bad drop, I'm not really sure, but my Yoda caught his BB-8 in a swing. Now look, Yoda's swing is so wide, it's actually hitting the particle beam and the Gamorrean at the same time. But the particle beam does actually get its build, so by the time Yoda comes out, he's just immediately dead from the particle beam. All right, let's see, Moroff coming in. Moroff is within range of the particle beam. I showed you earlier he was not within range of the turbo laser. Cannot hit Moroff, neither can the flame tower, but look at him go. Look at Moroff work, man. When you really get him going, that guy shreds like nobody's business. Nobody's business. Now look at this. We got that tower at 23, we got the other tower at 452. NOOCH is trying for a 3-0 victory. The Porg's going to do it, the Bomber's going to do it, I get the sniper at the same time. Double whammy. And there you go, guys. This is how you can use your decks, some strategies for you to get through Geonosis, and these can help all along the way at different times. Hopefully these strategies help you to beat Geonosis, and next video we come out with, NOOCH will come out with another one here. What's the next planet? Oh, we got to load it up. What's our next planet? I believe it is Hoth, is that right? Yeah, that'll be next. So next we're going to come in with Cassian, BB-9, the Ewok Treehouse, and the Dark Side Particle Beam. We're stepping up here at Hoth. At Hoth, we're stepping up with some real units, so we'll bring that next. And guys, hopefully this helped, and always remember, NOOCH too good.